Two very different perspectives from Finance Minister Dave Tancoo and Colm Imbert, the MP who held the post previously.
The Finance Bill 2026 is part of the work of keeping promises and making people's lives better.
This finance bill is an attack on the poor people of this country.
According to Tancoo, police, prisons and fire officers who acted in a higher office for at least 1 year, but under 3 years right before retirement or going on annual leave, will be beneficiaries under the 31 Clause bill.
That officer will be eligible to have his pension, gratuity or other allowance calculated as though he had been substantively appointed to that higher office.
Also in the bill, money donated under the Exchequer and Audit Act can be paid into a fund established under the Act. Income tax reduction for that is limited to 20% of the total income, or $20,000, whichever is lower. And for companies, 15% of taxable profits, or $100,000, whichever is lower.
This is of direct benefit to women and girls exposed to period poverty and to the many civic-minded citizens, institutions and businesses that support this Women's Health Fund.
According to Tancoo, among the other positives, a reduction in amusement gaming tax outside that of roulette machines from $25,000 to $12,000 and $120,000 for roulette machines for bars, the same as applies for casinos. Also, an increase in the number of amusement games from 20 to 33 and allowing operators to pay their taxes on a quarterly basis from April 1st to June 30th onward, with any prior overpayment to be refunded. The Finance Minister admits to the sweeping fines under the bill for offences he states that the PNM implemented.
These include the Gambling and Betting Act, the Registration of Clubs Act, the Pharmacy Board Act, the Pesticides and Toxic Chemicals Act, the Tobacco Control Act, the Motor Launchers Act, the Shipping Act, the Copra Products Control Act, the Forest Act, the Sawmills Act, the Conservation of Wildlife Act, the Animal Disease Importation Health and Welfare Act, the Miscellaneous Taxes Act, and the Spirits and Spirit Compounds Act.
Increases are from 50% to 400%, but Tancoo justifies it, calling it a law-breaking mitigation measure.
Any standard one student will tell you that a fine is not a tax. A fine arises when a law is broken.
But the former finance minister pulls from the archives of the UNC's pre-election statements.
According to Ms. Prasad Besessa, traffic fines are just another form of tax. So I heard the minister say, promise made, promise kept. They never promised to increase taxes and increase fines and introduce new taxes.
More than that, Imbert states that small businesses and entrepreneurs who are engaged in making vinegar and coconut products, including oil, will suffer because of the new fines and the difficult processes to get registered. He goes further to say that many of them are from rural communities.
Wiping out small businesses across this country, putting little people out of income, turning them to a life of crime. That is what this government is doing.
Imbert is also questioning where is the promised exemption for public pensions. Tancoo's accusation towards the PNM.
They will stand in defense of lawbreakers and against penalties for breaking the law, Mr. Speaker.
A 10% increase in fine was criminal under us, but a 400% increase in fine under them is okay.
Alicia Boucher, TV6 News.